Thank you. I don't deserve all that applause. But then again, I am short and bald, and I didn't deserve that either. So let me fucking hear it. All right, I'll do all the announcements if you haven't heard them already. Please remember to turn your mobile phones to vibrate. And while you're at it, feel free to turn your vibrators to mobile phone or whatever makes you feel comfortable. Any Americans here? Okay. Is it just you two? Okay, I'll leave. Here, I got a whole nother set of jokes for you. No, I'm just kidding. Applause break for those two Americans. They canceled fucking Halloween. Way to go, government. Canceling the one holiday where everybody is already wearing a mask. Here's the weird thing about Halloween. October 31st, I can dress like a cartoon character and go out to my front door, and with a bowl of candy, I can say, "Hey, kids I don't know, come over to my house and get candy from a stranger." Hey, that's great. 12 hours later, I try that November 1st, I go to jail. You gotta think, this is the worst we've ever looked as a society, all right? We've been stuck in our houses, in our apartments, quarantined some of the time, without a gym, without sun, sitting around in our pajamas, watching Netflix, stuffing chips into our mouth, giving ourselves bad haircuts for 6 months. Believe me, I know. I started this coronavirus with full hair. I kept evening it out. Look at me. And I thought you guys would look worse. I thought you guys would look worse, and you guys are a good-looking crowd. Some of you are really good-looking. Like, you're so good-looking, you should be in 5G. You ever hear that before? Seriously, 5G. You should be in 5G. Here, 5G, that's my hotel room. Why don't you go back and wait for me? Good catch. All right, let's get to know some of you guys. All right, so where are you guys from? Wait, what's your name?
Richard.
Richard, that's incredible. My brother's name is Anthony. Anyway, Richard, where are you from?
London.
London, whoa. Who's minding the gap? Since you're here. Now, so what are you doing here? Is it a holiday or do you live here?
My girlfriend lives there.
Is your girlfriend and you live? Okay, you Spanish?
Yes.
Okay, how long have you guys been dating? This first date?
No.
Is this the last date? Oh my God, he brought me to the stupid comedy club with this bald guy who wouldn't leave me alone. All right, so what do you guys do for work? Anything interesting that I can make a joke about?
I don't think so.
Okay, what do you do for work? Start with you.
I work in finance and she works in marketing.
You were right, that's pretty boring. Okay, moving on. All right, what are you doing in Spain?
I work in an insurance company.
Okay, a lot of boring jobs tonight. Okay, you're a dog person? Where are you from?
Spain.
You're from Spain? And you came all the way here?
Yeah.
Wow. Getting the same 3 people raise their hand. Is anybody here a twin? I've never had a twin here. You know, I've been waiting to use this joke for so long. Okay, can you pretend that you're a twin?
I'm actually a twin.
You are a twin? Are you doing that just for me?
Yeah.
Okay. He's an actor. You got me. I've been wearing Netflix out so much during the coronavirus that I've had to turn to Netflix's younger inbred cousin, which is known as Amazon Prime Video. It's not as good. But there was a movie about Vincent van Gogh on there with William Dafoe. Did anybody see this movie? Does Van Gogh not know how prostitution works? He could have just paid for her. He didn't have to be all dramatic and cut his ear off. But at that expense, you can only fall in love with one more woman. You only got 2 ears. His brother found him the next day and took him to the doctor. What an awkward drive that must have been. Vincent, what have you done? I have cut off my ear, for I am in love with Chloe. Wait, Chloe? Chloe, the woman that works down on Rue de Saint-Denis? Oui. The one that works in the brothel? Oui. Vincent, you know she's a prostitute, right? What? She's a prostitute. What? No, I haven't heard a word you said. I cut my fucking ear off. Thanks, Arthur. Mike Damanti. Thank you. First time show in English. How about that? Another round of applause for this guy.
I'm an English assistant.
So you know what I'm talking about. I never feel so stupid about my own language until somebody asks me about it. They're like, Mike, can you tell me if this is the proper way to put the infinitive past participle before or after the microcalifragilistic or whatever? What? The infinitive past participle, does it go before or after the microcalifragilistic or whatever? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm American. I just open my mouth and English falls out. Now let me ask, are there any Native Spanish speakers out there. Okay, let me tell you a secret about us native English speakers. When you ask us a question about how to construct a perfect sentence in English, we don't know. I'm so sorry to disappoint you.
I know.
Everybody always says that. They're like, I know you don't know. I liken it to like if you ask me, Mike, how do you get to your house from here? I'm like, you go down 2 blocks, you take a right under the bridge, and you're there. No, what are the names of the streets? I don't know the names of the streets. That's how I speak English. So sorry to disappoint you. And speaking of disappointment, look at you all. You all think I'm going to talk about sex now, right?
Yeah.
No, my sex life is like a Ferrari. Thank you very much. Because I don't have a Ferrari either. Okay. No, but another lesson I would tell you guys, if you're trying to learn English, don't try to learn English when you're high. Don't get stoned and learn English. I was in college. I was at a party. I was sitting on a sofa in between 2 friends. We were smoking a pretty good bag of dope. When somewhere off to the right, I heard somebody say, tomorrow I'm quitting smoking cold turkey. But I was so fucking high, I heard, tomorrow I'm quitting smoking cold turkey. Tomorrow I'm quitting smoking cold turkey. How does one even smoke a cold turkey? And what would be the advantage to smoking a cold turkey as opposed to a hot one? And this guy smoked so many of the aforementioned turkeys he needs to quit? I've never even smoked one. So I stood up and I started to walk, and my friend said, Mike, where are you going? And I said, I gotta go smoke these cold turkeys everybody's talking about. And he said, leave Mike alone, man, he knows what he's doing. Now, speaking around that time in college, I had a girlfriend, pretty serious girlfriend, like a year we were dating, and she was always pretty good at giving blowjobs. I would rate her at an 8. And then we broke up for 3 months, and we got back together. And she was much better at giving blowjobs. You're ahead of me on this one. But the dilemma in the 21-year-old Mike's mind was like, do I ask her about this or just sit back and enjoy it? Now, one time I asked her, I'm like, hey, we're playing video games in my room, and I said, hey, can you give me a blowjob? And she goes, yeah, that's like my specialty. Oh. And I'm like, you didn't have to say that last part. How many dicks do you have to suck to become a specialist at blowjobs? She was good at that, though. She was always saying one more thing that you shouldn't have said. Like she should have just stopped talking. Like one time she said, you have the biggest cock of all your friends. And I'm like, whoa, you didn't need to say that last part. We'll talk about it later. She told me she lost her virginity to that Led Zeppelin song, Stairway to Heaven. You all know this song, right? And my insecure mind heard, Stairway to Heaven. You lost your virginity to Stairway to Heaven. That's like a 9.5-minute song. Your ex-boyfriend could last 9.5 minutes? I'm like a one-pump chump at best. And then bullfighting. I pretended to like bullfighting. I was like, wait a minute, so like a defenseless animal is gonna be killed by this guy and it's called a bullfight? I think only one of them knows it's a fight. That guy all dressed up, he knows. That bull doesn't know. While we're talking about bullfighting, can I just deviate for a second? Okay, I have a question for you guys. Once you get past the morality of bullfighting, okay, what is the deal with the outfits of the matador? Okay? You're taking the most macho thing to do in Spain. Bullfighting. He's gonna kill a bull with like a cape or something. And he's gonna act arrogantly toward it. And then, for some reason, they dress him like a 1980s aerobic instructor with the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Club jacket. And a little hat and like ballerina shoes. Like, who the fuck thought of that? What was the meeting for that like? Gentlemen, we have an idea for tourism. It's called bullfighting. We're gonna have a bull in a ring, and we're gonna have a little paletto on the other side, armed with only a cape. And he's gonna kill the bull, and he's gonna act very arrogantly while he does it. And tourists will come from all around the world, and they will pay money to see this. Does anybody have anything to add about this? Yeah, the guy in the back. Yes, why doesn't he wear skin-tight capri leggings with bedazzling down the side? Ole! Oh, I love it. Put that in the yes pile. So what was I talking about? Things I didn't like about Spain. Okay, old ladies cutting in front of you in line, bullfighting, and the number one thing that I didn't like about Spain, and it's going to feel so good to let this out, is flan. I hate flan so much, okay? I can't understand how this is your dessert. Spain, you got everything right. The weather, the people, everything is so cool and fun to do. And then you call flan a dessert? Flan sucks. I mean, believe me, I'm from America, the land of fat people. I know a good dessert when I see one. And I'm talking about apple crumb cake, chocolate lava cake a la mode, banana splits, not fucking flan. Even the name flan, it sounds like something you coughed up. Flan. Flan. Either that or a broken car horn. You go, nothing worse, you go to a restaurant and you're like, wow, what's on the menu for today? And they're like, all right, for 10 euros, you can have pollo asado, and you can have a free drink and a coffee and one dessert. Sign me up. And you eat the chicken, the guy comes out. How was that today, sir? Very good, thank you very much. Well, are you ready for dessert? Absolutely, bring it on. What do you have for me? Well, we have a nice flan for you today. Oh, flan, just what I was hankering for. A cold, white, gelatin, jiggly substance made from egg whites with black oil poured on top of it that helps you digest? Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Flan. Oh, by all means, yes, why don't you? Bring me, how do I put this? The cat food of desserts.